Instagram. Gumagana kaya yung gumagana naman. Okay, kailangan ko lang kopyahin yung mga pages ko sa kabila kong tab. So yeah. All right, we're live. Just give me a sec, guys. I am trying to set up this thing. I should have set this up earlier, but well, I kind of just wanted to go live because there's too many things I was thinking of, and it was distracting me. You believe that? I'm also trying to go live on TikTok on my phone. I know, cringe. Because I usually just go live on PC. This is all my first time trying to go live on Instagram. I hope it's going well. I think it is. No, who cares? So I'm gonna have a lot of problems because there's going to be a abundance of freaking chat that I have to read. Okay. So hopefully my thing works on Instagram. Is my thing working on Instagram? I think it is. Hello, everybody who just joined. Welcome to the stream. Hello. I haven't even set up my camera for my YouTube yet. Man, so unprofessional. Am I right? Okay, let me just fix this thing. Okay, this is so annoying. Where is my thing? I need to change this to my canvas. There we go. All right, so everybody, thank you very much for joining me on this stream. I know, I am not prepared for this stream at all. At all, I'm prepared for this stream, so please bear with me. I am just setting everything up. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I'm set up. So today I'm just going to be freaking, just hanging out with everybody who wants to join in. And yeah, am I live? Yeah, okay, I'm live. I'm good. We're good. And I'm just gonna finish these manga panels. Hey, dude, my camera is not censored. What am I doing? Okay, that's better. Hopefully that's better. Anyways, let's just get on with this. So this week, I actually am trying to finish 4 pages of my manga. And this is one of them. Because I am about to finish this thing, okay? I'm like around maybe a week, one more week before I finish this project. I finished chapter 1, I mean. And yeah, well, actually this week's pages should finish chapter 1. However, I have a few revisions. I'm adding in another 3 or 4 more pages in between the pages that I've already done, as well as a couple of panels that I want to move around, just so for a better flow, for the story. I'm new to writing, so this is going to be very painful to learn, because every time I think of a cool idea, later on they kind of seem like terrible idea. Like it sounds good at the time, but it becomes cringe over time, and I come up with a better idea and then it just evolves to something else, right? For example, my main character Hikari over here, right there, this girl, originally she's supposed to be like this secret like empress for all of this world, but she's just trying to live a normal life. But that's changed since, okay? She's now a completely different character. Just because I thought of a better story and that works well with everything else that I'm trying to do. I guess that's part of writing where everything just evolves on its own, like naturally. Once you write something, at least that's what I've been told, anyways. Yeah. So hopefully this goes well. This page is already finished. I just need to finish the background for this page, which we'll do later. Okay. So the background, I'm just gonna maybe show you what I have in mind. So there's going to be a floor here, right around there, because this guy's walking and some houses in the foreground, far in the distance, right? Here, like that, clouds, the whole shebang. Maybe that's too much. I need maybe it's a because they're supposed to be in this alleyway, right? So I don't know. Maybe something like this, a house that's a lot closer to our characters. Yeah, that looks more natural. Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Maybe I'll keep that sketch for now. This thing will just be because it's a close up, and here it's a low camera angle, so we'll have a low shot of some houses. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. What else can we do? For the next page, this thing. See, I got like three more panels to go, and I haven't even drawn a lot of the parts here. This thing just needs a little bit more help. There's not much background work here. This I just need to fix all the layers because this is a lot of and yeah, background here too. Yeah, okay. There's a substantial amount of background work. This page, I think I'm just gonna leave this next week, but this is supposed to be the revision page that I was talking about earlier, and it's going to be somewhere around page 9 and page 10, I think. Yeah. Um, I'll probably have to end up do this. I'll probably ending up. Jesus, I can't talk. I'll probably end up doing this next week off stream. But I was just getting this ready. I'm gonna close this, okay? For now, I'm just gonna focus on these 4 pages. Okay, let's start. Stop yapping and just freaking draw, man. What are you doing? Am I live on Twitch? Because sometimes this live thing, this multi-stream thing, doesn't really cooperate with me. I think it says I'm offline, but also says I'm online at the same time. Doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's. I'm just gonna trust that my stream is working. Okay, and we're gonna start drawing. All right, so he flirts with her a little bit here, and then she pukes. It's a funny moment. This is around the end of the chapter. I've also reorganized the chapters because I think I have too many pages for my first chapter. I don't know. I there's like 20 to 30 pages of the first chapter. Okay, um, that could be enough, but I've been told that I should dumb it down to at least maximum of 20 pages. So maybe these 30 pages or so, I'll just divide it into two chapters. So after next week, we'll maybe be drawing chapter three, which I've already written. I'm really excited for chapter three or chapter two, whatever I decide. I don't know yet. Let's just say chapter two. Confusing, huh? I'm getting a lot of well, not really views, but a lot of people joining TikTok. I'm streaming TikTok on my phone because apparently I have to freaking sacrifice 25 minutes worth of like credible live thing. I don't know what's called. It's really confusing, man. But I really want to stream TikTok on my PC because it's so convenient. I don't like fiddling with my phone. That's the reason why. I'm getting some views on TikTok, I think. Live streaming is hard, guys. Sorry, not well. Multi-streaming is hard. That's what I'm trying to say. You have to organize a lot of things at the same time, and sometimes they all just stop working. And so I have to cater to that, which I'm only a one-man army, and I can't really multitask. Not really. So she's kind of holding her chin up here. I'll draw the hands last. That's always the hardest thing to do. You know. And I'm really tired, dude. So he's doing this motion right here, something like this. So how do you draw that? So when drawing the hand, I always like to make it simple. I'll create a new layer. Okay, that looks good. We'll follow that. Forgive me, guys. I'm the worst when it comes to hands. Okay, you shouldn't be coming at me with advice on how to draw hands. But that seems adequate for me for now. Yeah, here's my sketch. Uh, Chuck Art, welcome to the stream, man. Cool. Thanks. I think it is cool, buddy. Though I'm not quite sure what pose. It looks good. It's good to me, but something about it that I'm not quite sure. The angle. It's the angle, man. Instagram's having some problems. Yeah, who cares about Instagram? I'm not really sure if I want to give this a romantic approach because this guy over here that I'm drawing, well, not this is a girl, but the other guy, this hand, is supposed to be a womanizer, and he's kind of making some moves with our good old pal Hikari here. Hikari, Japanese name said in a English accent, English slash Filipino accent. Damn, it's the weirdest thing, huh? Okay, so here's the problem. Uh, I drew the center here, but the center is supposed to be here. So all I have to do is just move this right there, and that should fix the problem. Yeah, it does. Cool, cool. Let's draw her buckle. Well, buckle's a bit weird. That should close her out. It's gonna make the blacks more obvious. Mm. What is going on? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna make the blacks more obvious by just coloring them black like that. See? Okay, that works. That works. Now her hair needs some help. I'm just eyeballing the thing now. Yeah, it's a good size ear. Sonic Animations, what's up, man? How's your manga? Welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you? I'm doing great, man. I'm a bit full. I ate too much, so stomach's kind of hurting. But no big deal, you know. I'm getting fat, by the way. I used to go to the gym all the time, and I used to have this really fit, like aesthetic. And I really used to care about how I look. But ever since I became a dad, man, that all just went away, and I became fat. Also, my wife cooks really well, soon to be wife. So kind of her fault. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. My manga is doing well. Nice, 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 nice. Mine too, buddy. By the way, this is 4 pages of my manga, and to next week I'm gonna try to do at least another four, because that would be the last pages for chapter 1 for my manga. I'm only 4 pages away. Actually, you know what? This 4 pages is supposed to be the end of chapter 1, but I decided to go back and make new pages in between the pages that I've already done, and I'm gonna revise the fight scenes that I've done so far, because there's one pages in particular that I don't like. Like there's so many things going on and it doesn't read really well. I mean the panels looks really great. Don't get me wrong. In the manga, the one I drew, but some of them, well, some of them looks really busy. So I'm shuffling a few panels around. So yeah, maybe one more week and I could finally like show this. I, I'm, but in Discord community that we've made, I'm gonna ask some feedback on the writing, because we have some. I have a few friends there that are actual authors as well. Um, I think they're in my group. I don't know. Man, managing is so hard. I kind of like it, but I'm not really. I think they're in my group. I don't know. Oops, wait. Man, man. Yeah, sorry, that was just my other live stream making some noise. All right, I'm gonna go with this for now, but I don't really like this hand thing here. It doesn't flow very well. It seems inconsistent. But I'll let it sit for now. Maybe it's just me. Hatching lines. My hatching lines is very rough. I like it that way because it kind of mimics how I used to draw in traditional. Like it mimics a pen when you drew that way, you know. And I really like that look. Hey, it's good. When you're doing hatching lines, always follow the flow of the thing that you're hatching. So the flow of this clothing is that it's dropping down like this. Okay. And it's moving back up like that. And it's hanging by the hands and it drops back down here. See? I like it. Now this big thing, because he's wearing a black coat. So this thing should be um, hanging from this 3 points, and then it goes down. So we'll do hatching lines. It goes down like this. I also want to highlight one side, hatch one side more than the other, just to emphasize or imply some lighting with the black here, like this, right? There's more hatching lines on one side, but not so much on this side. So it kind of looks like the light is coming from behind him. My hatching lines is too thin, I think. Okay, there we go. That's so much better. So more hatching lines. This belt, its flow is going this way. So we're gonna do hatching lines that way. Okay, we're gonna thicken some of these lines just to imply more shadow. Like this clothing is gonna drop some shadows here, here too. And it just implies more detail, you know? It doesn't look boring. Alright, so some more details for this clothing. And voila, there's that. I think I drew her too tall here. She's supposed to be a little shorter and he's supposed to be a little taller. That's okay. That's fine. Minor inconsistencies like that, I'm okay with. Alright, next panel. Um Yeah, okay. Let's do this. I'm doing the hardest panels first. So this is just the fate, so it's gonna be very easy to draw that. But this requires two. So I recently learned that even um what do you call this hairstyle again? Bob cuts. It's not good. So now I'm trying to draw her a little bit differently. See, that's how you improve, by the way, is you just draw something slightly better. Something that you never knew before. And even though it's just a small thing, over time it adds up. So it creates a big difference. See now her hair when I drew it this way, because look, I'll show you some of the previous drawings. See this thing, it looks too flat, right? But because I'm not curving it like this, the hair still needs to curve. And I'm learning that, man. I'm learning that. Anyways, I'm not gonna revise these. I'm gonna leave some of my mistakes in. Okay. Same with their fringe here. Okay. Her hair is always the hardest to draw for me. It's a very simple hair, but I think it's just by the process on which I'm drawing it. I'm making it harder for myself. I just don't know any other way I can draw the hair now. Not yet, at least. That will come over time. It's okay. Even though it takes the longest, and it's probably the most not fit. Oh, geez, it's probably the most. It's probably not the most efficient way to draw hair in this way. It's still a lot of fun to do. Are you going to sleep now? Good night, baby. Love you. Kiss ako. Kiss ako. Good bye-bye. Good night. Hey, my son just kissed me good night. He's going to sleep now, which is good for me because I can just concentrate on streaming. I don't know if you guys heard that, by the way. Okay. Sorry, I just had to check my phone here. You can't see it, but I have another camera on top, like right there. I don't know if you can even see me pointing. And it's for my TikTok. So, man, TikTok has this thing. I'm gonna try to explain it one more time. TikTok has this thing where I can't really use OBS, or at least I don't know how to use OBS to live stream on TikTok from my PC because I don't really like using my phone when it comes to live streaming or just doing anything at all. I want to use my PC, right? So on TikTok, you have to download a separate app so that you can stream on your PC. The problem is it has some rules that I can't seem to use my cameras unless I've live streamed for live streamed 3 times for 25 minutes each. And it has to be verified by TikTok. Well, the problem is I can't use my camera, so I can't really show my face on TikTok for my PC. And because I can't show my face, TikTok then gives me a warning that I have low engagement because I'm not showing my face. I mean, how the hell am I going to show my face if you're not going to let me? Right? So it's a problem. So instead, to go around this, I'm now streaming on my phone and TikTok. So it's the two. I'm already multi-streaming, and then there's another layer of multi-streaming on top of that via my phone. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, it's really inconvenient. I just don't. I have big hands, and phone is kind of really hard to type in and navigate through. I'm just not built for it, you know. I like to use my PC. I like using my computer. Yeah, let's see how that went. That looks fine. She's kind of excited here. So what's happening in this page is, so Aki kind of teases her if this is his quote unquote boyfriend, and he's kind of a charmer, so he's not really after Hikari here in terms of dating, but he's just joking around because he's just trying to entertain this kid. So he kind of charms her, but he also Hikari isn't really somebody who you date, right? So she kind of pukes and he just makes fun of him even more. This feat over here is Senior Nestor's feat, who we've seen knocked out previously, but he's approaching them at the moment. So it's kind of like a cutaway. This feat here, And you were supposed to see them here somewhere talking. There's three of them. Um, and here, she kind of realized like, oh, okay, maybe this guy really is into me. And so she's like, if 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 I say if I date you, will you just join my party? Because she's looking for a group to go outside of the barrier. It's the whole thing of my story. Okay. And she's desperate to find people to go with her outside the walls. Yeah, it's like Attack on. I know outside the walls for Attack on Titan. That's not even original to Attack on Titan, really. Is it? I don't think so. Yeah, I hope not. So it's a highway, so just hurt has to go all the way up there. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna draw something else. This thing. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna grab some water. Cheers, buddy. That's some nice water. Water. Okay, I think that hair's too big. Let's make it a little bit less. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. Yours is too low. Should be somewhere here. Yeah. Even too low still. Like that. All right, it's so much better. Adding some textures now. Hey. Ooh, 4 viewers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. That's very encouraging. Let's see how this line work is. Oh yeah, that holds up. Though I'm gonna abandon this for now because I want to move on to a different panel. This is just how I draw, guys. Sorry. I like to jump around panels because I think, okay, so here's the thing. There's a lot of things to draw here. And if I realize, that this one panel is a little bit drawn already, then it gives me kind of a morale boost to keep going. And it doesn't bog me down to think that there's too many things to do. Since I'm already looking at this and some of the things are already done, if that makes sense, or hopefully. Here, I'll just demonstrate this. So I'm drawing this thing, right? And right now, I've already drawn a lot of it. But there's still a few things to draw, for example. But when I jump around panels like this, it's not too. It doesn't overwhelm me too much. The fact that I have to draw a lot of things still. Because I see a lot of the pages already being done anyway. Man, I'm really not explaining myself too well here. Am I making sense, guys? I probably am not. I'm gonna stop talking, okay? The music's too loud. Too loud for me here. I'll reduce this a little bit. Okay, it should be better. Okay, I thought this was going to be the easiest to draw. But because I suck at feet, this simple drawing is now very hard to draw. I'm having a hard time, guys. Okay. So I'm taking reference from medieval boots. You don't really have that modern thing we have with the boots underneath our shoes, that pattern. Instead, medieval boots has these lines like this, and it's supposed to represent like a sewing thing. They just sew this around. But some of them have heels too. So I don't know how that works. I'm just gonna go with it, okay? Senior Nestor's. This is Senior Nestor's feet, and he's wearing boots. And Senior Nestor, it has steel toe. We don't see his steel toe here. Oh yeah, you know what? I totally forgot. He has runes of acceleration in his boots. And what runes of acceleration does is it makes you run faster or move faster. So if you put it in your boots, it makes you run faster, right? So that's kind of how the power system works in my story, is through runes. I've written a lot about it, but I'm not still satisfied with the complexity of the power system. Well, it's pretty simple, but I want to have a little bit more complexity to it. Not too complex. It's I want it to be easy to understand, which I'll explain to it a little bit better in a bit. Okay, I just want to finish these boots, and but I don't want to rush this. Almost done. So that's a little bit of the steel toe. So I'm thinking of putting the rune of acceleration underneath her soul, his heels here, his heels. I think the rune in real life for speed goes like this. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. It goes like this, I think. Okay, I think so. I'll have to double check that. Maybe larger so it's more obvious. Okay, and these coins are crafted by runesmith. Um, and so the way you do it is through um, so these things remember what they were told, right? So if you smash a rune with a hammer and it remembers the force of the smash, it's kind of like the tone dials in One Piece. It remembers the thing it was told. So in One Piece, if you punch a tone dial, it's going to repel the same punch back at you. So here, if you hammer a rune, it's going to remember the force of that hammer. And if you make it remember the speed of an object, for example, if you put a rune into an arrow and you make it remember the speed of an arrow, and then you put that rune in your shoes, then you're going to be as fast as an arrow, if that makes sense. To me, it does. I might need to explain that a little bit better. I need to find a way to explain it a little bit better. But this shoes is looking good, I think. It just needs a little bit more detail. Okay. And we are done with the thing, I think. I'm not sure if I like it, actually. Man. Yeah, I'm not sure. I forgot about these guys. No need to detail them. They're quite tiny. Supposed to be Aki. He looks like a dwarf now, but he should be this big. Okay. Yeah, whatever. They're really small. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. Okay, I'm gonna jump around again because I promised to. Oh, somebody liked my video on TikTok. Hello, man. Thank you for liking my stream. But anyways, let's jump to a different page. This page right here. And this is the explanation for my rune magic. Okay, so excuse the English because it's not my first language, but I'm gonna read it out loud. Okay, made by runesmiths. These are coins etched with runes. They hold great power and it's primarily used in both combat and utility. Some runes have the power to heal. Some runes have are used for logistics, fighting, or cooking. Runes have limited uses. So that's pretty much the explanation for the magic system. Okay lang, di naman ako uuwi na walang madaming bala. What are you saying? Ed Karin Seran. Hello, buddy. Thank you for joining the stream. English lang ako ngayon na kasi multi-streaming ako eh. 24 hours po ba? Hindi ako 24 hours, pre. Ano na, multi-streaming kasi ako eh. Nasa TikTok ako. Good night na. Good night, pre. Nasa TikTok ako ngayon at nasa ano din ako, nasa YouTube, Twitch, Kick, ganoon. So para multi-streaming ako ngayon. Okay. All right, I'm gonna end my stream on TikTok, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm not ending my stream because my phone, gonna be a little battery. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm just gonna chat with you while I'm just sitting back. Give me like 5 minutes, okay? But yeah, this is the rune magic. I know the drawing is a mess right now. And the drawing it's a mess, but the plan is that we are going to separate these drawings like this. All right, so this hand will be in the foreground. This frame here for the runes is going to be the background, and the rune sign thing is going to be also in the background too. But they're going to make sense later on. This is just a panel to explain my magic system a little bit. There's more to it. These are just rune coins. There are also items that runes can be added to it. And it doesn't need a coin. I've also hey, Silver Comet, that's good to hear. Thanks, man. So I've also added a new layer to the magic system where I was thinking like, okay, so these are rune coins, right? And they have some power into them, but they're not the most powerful form of rune magic in my story. There's also going to be runes that are etched directly into items. I think Silver Comet has heard this before, but yeah, there runes that are directly etched into items are a lot more powerful and they last longer. But I was thinking, what if there are runes that are tattooed into like human flesh, right? And or not even that, into animals who like cows for plowing weed or and enhance form of utility, like a biological form of utility. Things like that. I'm like, okay, I can take it further into a tattoo. I was that could be like the next thing. I was even thinking of it of being etched inside the bones, but I think that's too far. Maybe I'll use that idea, but not at the moment. But I like that. I will park that idea. There are some enhanced individuals who have runes in their bones. Yeah, or maybe process. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. It could be dark. I have this thing called I wrote it down. Femto runes. So femto runes are really tiny runes. Okay, so this, for example, is just one rune. Like, it's drawn really big, but a really skilled artisan, runizan, jeez, can fit like 100 runes in one coin, for example, and yeah, and they can stack with each other. So those are called femto runes. Habits is it's not just habits so that not everyone is crazy enough to do that. Yeah, 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 of course. In my head, that part of the rune system is still where I'm still workshopping it. But in my head, I have like a character that's he's the only one who can do it in the entire world. And I have this thing called the war barks. They are like land ships that you have to use to go outside the barrier, and they're as large as a whole ship, and they can fit like 20 people in it. So imagine like a boat but with wheels. Okay, where was I with this? All right, let's just get rid of those layers for now. Focus on this. So I only have one more panel to go here. Though, of course, having a cost would make sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I don't know, maybe that's like the overpowered thing. It doesn't have a cost if you etch it in your bones. But I'm still workshopping that. So these are just the previous guys running away now, and Hikari is throwing the rope that was previously tied in his hand towards them to tie them up. Which we'll see them tied up in the background. Maybe I'll save the bone thing when we go outside the barrier, because that's where I want the story to go dark. Man, this pose looks really weird, but I think it works. I've also changed the story, the backstory of my main character quite a bit, because we know when I'm writing things, it sounds good at the time where I'm thinking about it, and then later on I think of a better idea, and the previous idea kind of sounds cringe now. um, so yeah, I'm thinking of rehabilitating her backstory. I've thought of a much more compelling backstory for her, but it's not complete yet because I'm starting over again, all over again. Well, not really all over again. I'm just cropping out all the things that I don't like that I wrote about her, because originally she's supposed to be a dual personality that she created by herself. Okay, I'm just gonna spoil what it was, okay? Because I've already changed it. So she's supposed to be secretly the empress of this world. I think I've already said that before, but now I think that sounds too cringe, like too cliche. Like, oh, this overpowered thing is the main character. She's still going to be a little bit overpowered, but she won't be the strongest character in this series. I want her to be the underdog in some instances, and also the um what's the opposite of an underdog, right? The predator in some. So I want to create those scenarios, because if I just make her the strongest person in the entire world, which would be the empress in the story, then it doesn't really give too much tension. It doesn't make for a good story at all, especially not a shonen, which is what I'm trying to do. She does have some gifts, like innate gifts. Um, but I don't want to make her the most powerful thing, because I was just thinking of my gripe with shows like Naruto and Bleach. All great shows, by the way, but I think the whole chosen one thing is a bit too cliche now. I don't know, I don't know. It's just how I feel about it. But of course, I think all main characters are kind of trapped in the whole chosen one um cliche, regardless, right? I don't know if I like that. Who cares? This is just going to be a group of them trying to get away. So I am still maybe going for the chosen one trope, but I don't want to do the Naruto thing where she just have the most powerful entity inside of him, or the Bleach thing where he Ichigo is the most powerful thing in the entire. It has he just happens to be that guy. No, I want her to work hard for it. She will eventually be very powerful, but I don't want her to be the most powerful, and I don't want her to just give her that ability. I want her to work for it. Kind of like Goku. Goku is has some innate power in him, but without working hard for it, it doesn't really matter. That all that power doesn't matter. Kind of like that. This guy's hand's broken. Actually, you know what? It's the other way around, isn't it? Yeah, left hand. Okay, so his left hand is broken, not his right. Let's just make a hand here. We don't see his hand because it's bent towards the back there. And these are really awkward to draw. I just realized that. Give me a sec. Give me like 2 minutes, yeah? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just need to check a text message. Okay, that works. I need a guide for the floor here. Should be there. So you two, you could be the furthest thing. Right there. The other guy. Okay, I like those pose. I just need to clean it up then. Hmm, head's too big. He's looking back. Black hair too. Kind of injured, so we're gonna add those marks there. I don't really need to detail these guy because his this panel is really small. Well, it's a big panel, but the drawing is small, so they're not really in detail. Okay, you don't have to detail everything. You just need to make sure that if you zoom out, it looks good. And the way you do that is by having clean lines, which I'm just trying my best to do. So one of the stories that I wrote for the backstory, right? I'm not really going with this. This is just like an exploration for the a possible backstory for my main character, where she's like a lab experiment, and that's where I got the bone idea from. By the way, like maybe she was a lab experiment, and so nobody really knows her. Um, because she got away like a prototype thing gone wrong, and the problem with that is that I wrote her to be this overpowered thing, and again, I'm trying to avoid that, so I scrapped that part. But I might use that idea on somebody else instead. Maybe like an enemy. But I already got a really nice backstory for her, like a general idea of the backstory. A lot of it still needs to be written, but the main idea of the backstory is already solid for me, I think. And I say I think is because I may need to sleep on it for a bit. I just wrote it before I went live, you know? So who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll think of it as cringy. Some of these capes are really too short, but I'm breaking a little bit of rules here. Just a little bit, because I want to show off their hands and their feet. But these cloaks are supposed to be really, really long, and realistically, you won't be able to see anything at all if they're running like this. So I'm breaking some rules here. Then that's the rule of consistency. Probably not a good idea, but it's not too big of a change that it's jarring. I mean, you can still make out that they have cloaks, and I think that's the most important part when you're breaking rules, your own rules, is that not to make it too obvious, you know. And it's not too obvious that these are, you know, unless I mention it. I think very few people will actually realize that. Okay, so there's supposed to be a rope. This thing that she throws is gonna go around them like this. So off panel, she throws it. Okay, copy paste. So we get a perfect copy. Make it bigger. And there you go. Easy. Easy does it. Okay. I like that. Well, that's an interesting touch. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's and that should close out the page, right? I just need to draw the floors. Man, I really need to make an asset folder because I don't want to draw the same floor over and over again, which is what I'm about to do. So let's just do that. I'll probably do the asset thing on a different day. I'm too lazy right now. By asset folder, what I mean is like a file where I have all my backgrounds. And I could just copy paste it, so I don't have to draw the same background over and over again. Because I don't know how many times I've drawn um, brick walls, brick floors, tiles. Really annoying, to be honest. I used to do that, but I haven't done it here yet. I've just been lazy. That's all. What is this music? I was playing some free run. That would work. Yeah. I just don't like drawing the same thing over and over again. It's nice to draw backgrounds. I mean, I like it. I like doing backgrounds, but once you've drawn the same thing over and over again, it just gets annoying. So I'm gonna compile next week during free time on my work hours. I'm gonna compile all the backgrounds that I've done, and I'm going to break it down to tiles, roof tiles, floor tiles, stone walls, things like that. So I can just copy paste it next time. Very convenient. I want to be efficient, so I can do more pages that way. Add some textures to them. Heard that this new season is out. Oh yeah, watch that. It's really good. It's only one episode in, and dude, the animation for Free Rent has always been great, but this new season, something's changed. Something's better, and I can't put my hands into it. I think even the audio is better. The way they speak, the audio system is so much clearer. Their voices are so much clearer. I don't know what it is, okay, but I just know it's really good. Me and my wife has been enjoying it so far. And the first season was already. I mean, the first episode of this new season was already really good too. I think it's set up or something that may happen, but it just reminds you that, oh, okay, this is Free Run. This is the feel good anime. This is a feel good anime. Because Free Rent is a feel good anime, I think. Um, Maybe because it's kind of giving me some crisis too with time, being a dad and time is moving faster as you grow older. Yeah, I've noticed the improvement as well, especially with the art style. Yeah, yeah. For me, the biggest change is there are two things. Okay, was the clarity of the art style, just the overall quality and the resolution of the animation is so much better, as well as the audio, dude. I don't. They did something with the audio. I don't know what it is, but they did something with the audio, man. I swear. Okay, so this background, I'm gonna keep that there. Mm, Catch group. The animation of Free Run is really god tier. Anyway, it kind of reminds me. I think it's the same studio that did Chainsaw Man. Is it? Is it which No, no. Chainsaw Man is not, because I think Free Run is Studio Madhouse, right? I don't know who does. I think it's Wit Studio. I don't know. Is it Wit? They did Attack. Yeah, I think it is Wit Studio. I'm gonna double check that right now. It's Mappa. Mappa does Chainsaw Man, and I think Free Rent is Studio Madhouse. I'm gonna double check that. Oh yeah, it is Studio Madhouse. So Mappa and Studio Madhouse. Okay, got it. Really, really nice anime. There was a scene in season 2 where Fern is just like fixing her hair, and the way she fixes it, the animation is so smooth. It kind of jars me off a little bit, but I love it. I love those things. It's really it jars me off in a good way. I would need to double check. Yeah, no, free rent. Studio Madhouse does free rent, and Mappa, Chainsaw Man is done by Mappa. I already know free rent because I heard a story that Studio Madhouse was in the brink of bankruptcy until they did free rent, and that kind of got them more backing. Yeah, certain scenes are good to see. Yeah, yeah. The scenes where nothing is really happening, but a lot of care is done to it, like the motion and just like the way they sway with their hair. Um, the reason why I'm bringing up Chainsaw Man is because I get the same vibe. The walking animation in Chainsaw Man, it's so good. It's the same. I think it's the same technique done by a different studio. So good, man. These are what I call the gods of animation. Them and Affordable. Although Affordable uses a lot of 3D, but still pretty good. Oh, I forgot to draw her hand here. I'll get back to that. Okay. All right. That's done. And that's white. Um, where's my other panels? Hmm. Okay. These are good. And white there. Okay. I kind of want to give this an overlapping thing, you know? I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to take some risk and overlap this layer instead. Whoa, what the? Oh, it's because of this. I get it, I get it. Sorry, erase that. See, it just looks better. And here too. And that looks so much better. I like it. I like it. All right. No, no, this doesn't make sense, but it's kind of cool. Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. It just needs to look cool. All right, so pretty much done. Uh man, I there's a detail here that I missed. I'm gonna try to draw it just slightly. There's supposed to be a ground here. Let's stretch that. The detail is I'm supposed to draw those four guys being tied up right there. Maybe they're around this big. Yeah, they're tied up in the background here. I like that. I might just leave that tomorrow because I'm already a little bit tired right now. But most of these are already done. See, a lot of the heavy lifting is already. I only have one, two, um, three, and the other one 4 pounds left to go. And a lot of these just needs background. I might do some of this off stream because man, I'm very sleepy, guys. I don't know. I think I drank too much energy drink that I'm a bit tired all of a sudden. I'm having a sugar crash. I need to take a break. But tomorrow I'll be streaming again. I think. Um, let's see. What do I have? I may not actually stream tomorrow. But if I don't stream tomorrow, I'll stream on Monday. I'll announce it on the group chat on the Discord. I'm not sure if you're there, Silver Comment, but I think I sent a link. I'll send it again just in case. Yes, they do that too. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Sometimes I kinda, I'm more productive when I drink energy drink. But if I do it too much, I only do it once every other day. But sometimes I kind of forget, right? And I drink like every day sometimes, so it's not good. No, you haven't. Yeah. So that's the link for the Discord. There's not too many people there, but I keep but more and more join every day because I post a lot of like spam TikTok content of recordings of the panels. So and I kind of just invite random people there. Um, but yeah, hopefully Discord grows. I'm not really good at managing, but I'm trying my best. Okay. So yeah, man, I am going to. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. I'm gonna lay down. All right, Silver. Thank you very much, man, for hanging out. And I think the other guy is Silver Comment. I'm not quite sure. There's two people in the chat right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. You guys have a nice day. Um, talk to you guys tomorrow or the next day. Bye bye.